What's up, y'all? Got a quick little vid here. Might be quick, who knows? I done a ramble. Just wanted to show y'all some plans, what the market's looking like. I've been hitting the books. I feel like I've been slacking a little bit, so I'm trying to get back on the proverbial horse with my technical analysis and really spend more hours on it. I mean, because sometimes it just like clicks for me, and other times I'm like looking at this chart. I'm like, what do I need to be seeing here? So I knew today I needed to get more time looking here at SPY and just coming up with a good plan for if we do get some downside tomorrow. So I'm just going to start off by saying that I expect we will see a slightly red to moderately red day tomorrow. We're just very overextended on this little rally. That doesn't mean I'm going short. Let me explain, please. So as of right now, in my honest opinion, I don't believe I can go short on SPY until we at least go down back below 390. With that being said, that means I need to see SPY. If we do pull back tomorrow, I will not panic and short everything unless I see SPY below 390. That is where would become clear to me that we have a rejection of the gap up here at 396, and that now the bears are taking control again and yanking us back down below 390. So I will watch for the bounce at 390. If we do get a bounce there, I'm going major long, because with this gap to fill right here, you can see over here on the volume profile on the right side of the screen these nice little blue bars over here. This short little blue bar is that gap, and that signifies how much volume we've had at that price. So you can tell right there that there's been very little volume at that price. That means that the movement through that will be quick and should be deliberate, because that has not been fought over between the bulls. So if the bulls have the momentum, that means that between the bulls and the bears, if the bulls got the momentum, which we certainly do, I expect we rip right through that gap and go up to fill that at 401. And now I will also be watching for this blue line right here, this dynamic trend line I've drawn up. It is representing these two peaks that we had over here. Honestly, in a perfect world, we can come over here, fill that gap and tap off of that and dump. I'm not going to see if we do reject off that a little bit. I'm not just going to go full short. I'm going to wait for an actual rejection. And I was spending a lot of time just looking back at these past dumps, and there's always these very clear signs of where it absolutely just dumps through a level and then continues to go through the levels, and then you just know that the bears are back in control and that the market's going to dump. I mean, like just like right over here. I mean, gap down, plummet through a 403 right here, market dumped. There's just these always clear rejections. Same with back here at 429, just ripped up to 429. We plowed right through this level at 425, dumped. So I think I got a good eye for the actual rejections now. So I'm not going to continue to try to short. I'm still sitting on short positions that are pretty far out. I might as well just hold those at this point. They're almost useless anyways. But I will not add to it until I get a clear rejection from the price action. And I realized these past few days I was on a sort of kind of winning streak, not like huge wins, but I was just doing really good getting the market, and I thought I was like I just knew what was going to happen next. But I got to check my ego, and price action's all that matters, and I've just been ignoring it sort of these past couple of days. Oh my god, it's like 90 degrees in my apartment. I'm dying. So gotta watch that. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we open up sideways tomorrow. We come up here, reject the gap, we come back down to 390. I'm not panicking. I'm not selling everything if that happens. I gotta watch what happens at 390. That's obviously the very important level here on SPY. If we go back down through that, I imagine we will start crashing through support levels. So with that being said, let's look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq obviously has been much stronger than SPY. It has been leading the charge. Also, I would suffice to say on the Nasdaq, it's impossible to go short below 296. I will be watching that level. I imagine we can get a bounce there at some point if we do reject off of 304 up here. That's the big level up here to break, which we just are like closed right at. And we're down a little bit after hours, but I'm not seeing a gap down tomorrow. But Same kind of thing on the NASDAQ. This is very low volume on the volume profile over here, so we can just shred right up through this level. Absolutely possible by all means. If we do shred through that level, I think I might take a cheeky little long if that were to happen. Because it just feels like bulls have so much momentum right now, so I'm just not going to fight the trend by all means if I don't have to. Sheesh. That Nasdaq has been strong as fuck recently. So I'm not gonna fight the trend. I'm not gonna go full long. I'm just gonna wait and see. I gotta let the price action tell me. If we do get a red day tomorrow, we could dump point and a half down to 297. I'll be watching for a bounce off of there because as you can see, that was a key rejection supply zone up here. So if that becomes a support, I will be looking far to the upside and absolute top point of where I'm probably going to blindly short the market is if we rip up all the way up here to like 315. I mean, that just seems like a clear sign of here, short me here, because I do not see the bulls just at like ripping the NASDAQ up that high. Something to think about is still the FOMC meeting we have next week, still the huge earnings that we have. We have all the mega tech earnings coming up. So just going to keep that in mind. But as for individual tickers, something I kind of notice here on Coinbase is it is at absolute resistance on its trend line here. You can see right here we wicked off that line, and now what do? We wicked up onto that line and came down a little bit. So I'm watching to see if we get a breakout. And then if we do get a breakout, I need confirmation of the breakout. I'm not going to go long into a breakout and get completely roasted, because I could see us breaking out above this line and coming up here to 83.27 and just bouncing right off of that and making a big old double top here on Coinbase. With the news of Elon dumping all of his shares, or all of his shares, 75% of his Bitcoin, that doesn't strike me as super bearish or super bullish for Bitcoin. And oh, look at that! Look at the Bitcoin's going down right now. What's happening? But this is a great, I think, just a super good, super low risk short here on Coinbase at its current price, with the risk just being right here at $84 and reward obviously being 0, because I think Coinbase is about to have absolutely terrible earnings in in about 2.5 weeks. Like shockingly bad earnings. Like last earnings were shockingly bad. I think this is gonna do some crazy shit for Coinbase, especially if we keep ripping into those earnings. That would be pretty impressive, and I would be looking to short. My only worry about Coinbase is that I'm just not a fan of its IV. Its IV on its options are so high, which means you need a huge move to have it actually increase in value, which I'm not crazy about that. It just makes them more super expensive, way more expensive than they ought to be. It just doesn't make any sense considering the premiums. Well, it does make sense because it's a very volatile stock. But anyways, that's just a super basic setup right here of we're just like right at this trend line resistance, and that is an important level right there too, because that's right where it bounced off of 200 and just completely tanked down into the 40s. So definitely gonna watch out for Coinbase. Wouldn't be shocked if we saw a huge bloody day. We had a crazy, just high volume short covering day today, so I think it shook out a lot of shorts, but I'm not thinking bears are just going to give up on this thing. I think they're ready to go back to shorten the hell out of it. Another setup I kind of like, sort of, kind of, here. TSM is right up here on the top of this channel. You can see this channel. Bam, we slapped off that line. We're right back there. And considering the news for the U.S. semiconductor, I think it's not going to hurt TSM, but it's going to kind of hurt their super high reliance on Taiwanese semiconductors. So we could see potential rejection off of that. We have broke above it just barely, not really. I'm going to see what it does at this daily 50 simple moving average because you can see it rejected that hard back there. Last time it bounced off that, it completely dumped. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I do like that a little bit to the downside. That's not a super quick mover, so that's one where I'd go into the option chain and I'd look probably a couple months out on that. They're cheap a couple months out. But I do like that one to the downside. It's just right there. Otherwise, we break out of that, and it's also got like this ascending wedge that it's right in. But that's what I'm seeing on TSM. AMD, good old AMD. So I was gonna wait for AMD to run up here to the top of this channel that it's been in, but I'm not too sure if I'm gonna do that or not. I might wait and see if it can fill that gap. So there is a crazy scenario where AMD just completely rips through this gap, comes here and fills it up at $94, and we just reject off of this hard trend line. If we come up here to $94, I'm thinking I'm going short. But I need confirmation yet again. I'm not blindly going to short this. I need a rejection off of this level. This would be a super huge rejection right off 95, right off the top of this trend line. That would be pretty crazy. And then here's a 200 EMA too, which it could tap off of that as well. But AMD to go fill the gap. If we do break out of above 90, I do like it to go fill its gap, but I'm not going to jump into anything. I just need to see the price action day of. I feel like this market's a little unsure right now. I need to see it before it actually happens. So Amazon just going crazy these past few days. So we're right here, right back at this neckline, where it got this head and shoulders back here and just dumped off of. We're right back at this key level, big old consolidation zone. So a lot of volume right there. I should have seen this on Amazon. Look at this volume profile. So this is why Amazon just went straight up from this level. I should have really taken a look at Amazon. I was thinking too short-sighted. That's what I'm talking about. I got too short, not even looking at long setups. Look at, there's no volume right here on Amazon. Of course, 1 hour candle, it just slices through that like hot butter. So that's what I'm talking about on this volume profile. When there's like nothing over here, it's super short blue bar, and it just shreds through there. That's why. So now we're back in a zone where there is a lot of volume, a lot of consolidation took place over here. So I wouldn't imagine we see Amazon just go straight through this level. I am going to see if Amazon can even get above 124. Otherwise, if we get a hard rejection there, I do like Amazon to the downside. I don't think they're going to have great earnings. But right now, they're super overbought. So just looking across the board, there's just a lot of stocks right now that are with NVIDIA too. NVIDIA also just really overbought, super overextended. So that's kind of why I think we're going to get a red day tomorrow. Slightly red. Nothing huge, but what else was I looking at? So, Cloudflare. Hey, had a nice little day today. Sheesh, look at that. Cloudflare is kind of breaking out right now. It's kind of sort of, look at this rejection off of that. I mean, come on, man. Cloudflare just in this big old bear flag channel kind of thing we got going on here. That's a really interesting chart there on Cloudflare. I'm not too sure what to think about that sumbitch right there. Let's see if we get some good fib levels. Oh, look at those levels. Those are just beautiful. That'll do just fine. So, Net and or Cloudflare came right up here, almost at its point of control. So point of control being where there's the most volume. Oh, it did on its 30-minute come up to its point of control. So Cloudflare, I'm going to watch and see if it comes down. If it did reject off this level, this 55 level really hard. I'm going to see what it does when it comes down here at $52, see if it has any support whatsoever there. And I like it to the upside if it can bounce off of that level. You can see it's kind of just, it's in this very bullish, just higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low in the micro trend. So if we do bounce off that level, or we come down here, fill the gap all the way at 50, that would be another higher high. So I would like Cloudflare to the upside. I think right now it's just a little tad bit overbought, and the 4-hour RSI confirms that. So otherwise, Micron also very overbought. Oh, this is what I wanted to look at. So, what have Chinese stocks been doing? Absolutely nothing. Look at Baba. Baba has just been doing nothing. I mean, it dumped off of 125. It's resting right now. I mean, it found some strong-ish support here at 100. Um, and now it's just kind of floating in space. So I'm not seeing much on Baba, but I do like what I'm seeing on Neo. Neo is in this big ass sort of kind of a bull flag up here. I mean, it's just bouncing around in this neat little flag that is a falling ish sort of wedge. Um, and so I'm gonna see if Neo has any support. It could come over here and fill the gap right here at 19 and bounce off of that. Um, it didn't really do anything after hours. But if it breaks out of this, I like Neo a lot to the downside, and I mean a lot. We already did get kind of a bearish break of this trend line right here. So, gonna watch out for Neo. I think Neo, oh yeah, that was crazy hard rejection. Neo, I do like to the downside, just in general. Chinese stocks, I love shorting them. Baba, God, what are you doing, Baba? You're just disgusting. I can't even look at this stock. I mean, I guess that's what it's doing. Sorta, kinda. Ugh, just gross. So, not seeing much on Baba. Baba's just such a wild card. You never know what you're gonna get with Baba. Let's look at Square. What's Square been doing? Look at Square, still in this little channel. So look at that. Square just does these nifty little channels. Look at that. It did one back there, dumped out of it. It did one back over here and dumped out of it. Square just does the niftiest, coolest little channels. So I will be watching Square. Where are we on Square? So Square is also in a kind of no man's land volume-wise. It is at a supply zone, sort of, kind of. Gonna look for a rejection on Square. I want to see a bounce at 73.55. I do like it to the upside if it can hold that. Below that, I would definitely have to see $72 hold up. But another name that just way overbought. So this is just like, it's no secret when you look around. I'm still holding a call. I held a call overnight because I thought Tesla did have good earnings, so I thought maybe we might see a crazy gap up, and I would catch that. If not, I'm still just gonna hold on to it because it is a couple days out. So yeah. Anyways, that's really all I'm seeing. Oh, this is kind of fun. What I saw on PayPal. PayPal. This was, I mean, just I didn't even touch it because I feel like PayPal is such a boring, slow-ass stock. But this was like a perfect. Let's see if I can open that up. Come on. Oh, Christ. To the right. Sent to the right. This is like a perfect little falling wedge that we had right here. I mean, just really nice. Right there. These red lines right there, nice little falling wedge, and it took a while to break out of it. Look at these days of price action right here. I mean, it was just trying to break out, trying, and then finally, look at the volume right there. Oh, I love technical analysis. The volume picks up as soon as it breaks out, and we've gotten a move from 72 or $70 all the way up to 80 on PayPal. That's insane. So PayPal, wow, PayPal's got a nice little setup there. That's a super bullish confirmation on that. I like PayPal. If it can get above that, I think we see PayPal fill that gap right there. Gap fill, watch it out. That's nice. That's real nice there on PayPal. Man, that is not crazy. I love when I just like randomly look at a stock and it's like, oh, that's a very nice setup. And look at that, right where that gap is. There's just no volume right there. I mean, it just sliced through that gap, my guys. So keep an eye on PayPal. That's a really nice setup there. I like that. Oh, I like that. That's a big ass gap too. All right. Anyways, SoFi. SoFi. I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole lot on SoFi. It's right back at its point of control right there. Big old consolidation zone that we last dumped out of. It also had a really nice bullish breakout. But it's just hovering at $4. I think small caps are just so dead at this point, at least for this time being. that it's way too risky to try to trade them. I don't know, man. I just don't. I get a bad taste in my mouth when I think about trading these. But I think that might do it. That's about all I looked at today. So I got a nice plan. I'm gonna try to just I'm gonna just try and play the old indices and see how that goes tomorrow. Otherwise, I do like PayPal, Coinbase to the downside, but I think I just need to hold off on puts, at least longer outputs for a while, until I do get a clear rejection at a key level on the indices. But yeah, that's about all I'm gonna be doing. And say goodbye to the hair, boys. It's going away tomorrow. That's sad, sad day, end of an era. But anyways, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.